Hi there, this is Jun Matsushita from iLab, and I'm going to talk to you today about the Safetag Toolkit and how to get started with it. Just to cover the topics that we're going to go through, just want to talk about why we've been developing a toolkit and some of the thinking behind it. What is it that we're talking about and what we have to show you today. Some of the concepts behind that. Then I'll go through a little demo and then show you a little bit in more detail how to do various things with the toolkit. And then we can talk about some of the things that we're looking for in the future. All right, so let's get started. So why is this project happening? Well, one of the things that I think we're focusing on is to look into how Safetag can be more useful to auditors in their day-to-day work. Really, whatever we put together, it needs to be really iterative because the priorities adjust all the time during an audit, and sometimes you have to plan without necessarily having all the information, and when you're on the ground, you may discover information little by little. So it's important for whatever solution, to adjust to the needs and be flexible enough that it doesn't feel like you're constrained by it. It's quite clear also that really as an auditor, you're in service of an organization, and that your work needs to be centered around their needs, and that you've established the goals together, and that you can track the progress of the audit and the result and the mitigations afterwards together. And so in some sense, some of the focus with this particular work around the toolkit is really to try and streamline what can be streamlined in sort of the auditing practice. So another concern is ways that the content's being used with the full guide and the curricula, and we want to make sure that we lower all the barriers to contribution and collaboration around this content so that it can be kept alive. And one of the best ways for it to be kept alive is that it's in use and that it's actively useful in the auditor's work on a day-to-day basis, hopefully. And not just to the auditor, but obviously to the auditing organization and so on. And there's a bit of context around this as well, because there's other projects going on, with Ronald doing some work around a minimum viable audit, and Carlos doing some work on reporting, and Shemus doing work on audit agreements. And so hopefully all of these tools that are useful to get started on an audit and make sure that the notes that you're taking and the results that you're gathering as you're proceeding with the audit, that all of that feeds into the reporting as smoothly as possible, possibly also in the audit agreement. All of that sort of hopefully will start fitting together in the toolkit. All right, enough talk. Let's do a little demo. So